Three tax software vendors shipped AI tax prep automation on the same day last week. And the largest AI model ever released goes free to download within days. Hi, I'm Peter McCarroll, the AI accountant. Every Monday, I rank what actually changed in AI through a CAS lens. And this past week, every story points at the same direction. When everything beneath your review has been absorbed or given away, what exactly are clients paying you for? Let's start with a tax file. On July 15th, Canopy, Drake, and Firm360 all launched AI tax automation for the US market. Three vendors, one day. Canopy's tax workflow automation covers the whole engagement. Predictive document request lists at intake, which Canopy says saves 20 to 50 minutes per client. Extraction that populates returns 4 times faster with up to 70% less manual work. And delivery, where the AI reads the finalized return and walks your client through the review, 8879 e-signature forms, and payment in one portal. Drake's Smart Extract tool, which is free in beta to eligible Drake Tax Online users, pulls W-2s, 1099s, and K-1s straight into returns. And Firm360 launched AutoPrep, prep automation powered by Juno. Now, if this sounds familiar, it should. In February, we covered the AI bookkeeper wars. 5 autonomous bookkeeping products in 2 weeks. This is the same front opening on the tax file. Intake, extraction, and delivery being absorbed into the tools mid-market firms already own at Drake price points, ahead of tax year 2026. But read the sales language closely. Canopy leads with every AI-generated output being fully transparent and editable before it reaches the client. Vendors have started selling the review layer. Hold that thought, because it's the thread running through this whole week. Now notice what's missing from all three launches. None of them actually prepares the return, except Drake, that's an existing product. They gather the documents, they pull the data into the software, and they handle delivery and signature. The work around the tax file, not the judgment inside it. So when the tool compresses everything except preparation and review, what's left of the engagement is the part that you sign. The preparation decisions and the correction trail. That's the documented record of what the automation got wrong and what you changed with your name attached. And you should definitely price those. Now, our second story. On July 16, Chinese lab Moonshot released Kimi K3 at 2.8 trillion parameters. It's the largest open weight model ever published, and it took the top spot on the front-end code arena coding benchmark, ahead of Claude Fable 5 and GPT 5.6. Open weights means the model file itself is released. Anyone can download it, run it, and modify it, owning the engine instead of renting the API. K3's weights go public on July 27, and the day before K3 landed, Mira Muratai's thinking machines released Inkling, an open weight model its own maker says isn't the strongest available. But that's deliberate. It's a base that enterprises fine-tune into their own models. Now be clear about what this means for you, because it isn't switch. Free to license isn't free to run. A 28 trillion parameter model takes hosting and compute beyond the reach of even mid-sized firms. If the ownership option ever reaches you, it'll come through the vendors selling to you, not your own server room. What changes is the floor. A near-frontier model at $0 to license is the sharpest cut yet to the price sheet we walked through last week, and your vendors can now own the model layer outright. One caveat for client conversations. Until the weights land, K3 is a China-hosted service, so the which jurisdiction touched your data question applies in full. And when the model itself costs nothing, everything defensible lives where we've been pointing all year. Your context, your correction, and your quality control trail. Now, our third story. On July 17, OpenAI's CFO, Sarah Fryer, published a scorecard for the AI age. Measure AI by useful work delivered, cost per successful task, dependability, and return on compute. Adopt that unit. Cost per successful task is the right way to compare a $49 AI close, a staff hour, and your own builds, and it's the language for your next client fee conversation. Then audit the frame. Don't sweat token costs is exactly what a token seller would say. And the scorecard carries no line for verification. Well, that line now has a price and a name. Sage released its IDC research this month as the verification tax, the same study behind our May piece on Glassbox deliverables. Finance professionals spend nearly 13 hours a week reconstructing, validating, and defending AI outputs. And the fresh numbers are the ones to keep. 54% of organizations would pay a premium for AI that shows how outputs were produced. And 71% of finance leaders say Glassbox design elevates a vendor to preferred partner status. It's vendor sponsored, so quote the numbers and note the sponsor. Count those 13 hours as part of the cost in the cost per successful task math, and the metric becomes more honest. Then remember what we said in May. The tax is only a tax if you don't sell it. Documented verification is the correction trail with your name on it. The one deliverable no scorecard and no $49 tool can produce for you. And story 4, 2 security stories with one lesson. On July 10, Apple sued OpenAI for coordinated trade secret theft. 2 former employees, an unreturned laptop allegedly used to download confidential documents, and candidates asked to bring Apple hardware to their interviews. The partnership that put ChatGPT in the iPhone is now courtroom adversaries. At first scale, that's an encoding story. Knowledge that lives only in people leaves with them. And the same week, a security researcher captured the network traffic xAI's Grok build coding tool sends home and found it uploads your entire working folder to xAI's cloud storage, including files the AI was explicitly told not to open, and passwords and API keys unredacted. Turning off the privacy setting didn't stop the upload. Here's the procurement test that makes concrete. Before any tool touches client files, someone in your firm must be able to answer what leaves the machine. Where does it go? And under what retention terms? If the answers are free and reads your data folder and no data terms you've verified, that's probably a combination you want to block. Now for the quick hits. Stripe and Advent bid $53.4 billion for PayPal, the largest fintech takeover offer ever, putting roughly $3.7 trillion of annual payment volume, including most of your clients' checkout and payout rails, under one roof. It's a bid, not a deal, but watch fee schedules and reconciliation feeds. Second, Thrive surveyed 561 US small businesses and found 66% now use AI, up from 55% a year ago, with 46% saying they'd pick AI software over an equally capable new hire. Your clients are repricing labor with nobody's accountant in the room. And third, Notebook LM is now Gemini Notebook. Same product, new name, plus code execution rolling out to pro users. Every SOP that says Notebook LM just aged a little. Meanwhile, Gemini 3.5 Pro missed its third shipping window. Plan based on what's generally available and treat roadmap dates as fiction. So, this week put together, 3 vendors absorbed the work around the tax file and marketed the ship on transparency. The model layer is heading to 0, and the vendor CFO's ROI scorecard skips verification while the market prices it at 13 hours a week and a premium. And one coding tool showed what happens when nobody governs what leaves the machine. Everything below that review layer is being absorbed or given away. What can't be downloaded, discounted, or absorbed is the verification layer with your name on it. The corrections, the trail, the governance behind it. So when a client asks what they're paying you for once the software does the prep, can you show them your review layer, or can you only describe it? Now, before you go, on Wednesday, I'm publishing the conclusion of the Agentic Firm series. Part 2 asks the next question in the same direction. The agents could run the client meeting itself, but should they? Come back for that one. And if the review layer is what's left to charge for, start making yours visible this week. Grab the free QC Starter Kit, a correction log and exception register, plus a one-page guide to how to run them. The link is in the description. Start the record from your very next review.